Welcome to Earthy Goddess Mama. This is a reading for the 16th of April 2020. I'm just going to begin with clearing our energy with these chimes. So just feel into your body, connect with your breath, and be here now. Right, the Osho Zam is here again today. It's always been my deck of choice. It keeps calling me. So I apologize if you get a bit bored with it, but yeah, I just trust. Wow, they're jumping out all over the place. I'm hearing there's a strong energy around maturity and growth. Really fully taking responsibility for yourself. Realizing that no one's coming to save you. But it doesn't mean you need to be in this energy. Doesn't mean that your heart needs to be closed and you build heaps of walls around you and you hoard and you hide away. No, it's not about that energy at all. It's actually quite the opposite of this energy. That's the miser. Cold, hard, rigid. Walls built around your heart because you've been hurt so many times and you don't. It's a fear. This is a state of fear, and this is what fear creates. Hiding away. Hiding your beautiful heart away. And a lot of people are doing this at the moment. But we need to come back to balance. This is temperance. This is a card of Sag. Fire. Masculine, feminine, yin yang, Ida Pingala. Yeah. Darkness, light, good, bad. Fear, love. Sorry about that. Just paused until the motorbike sounds were gone. So, the fusion of opposites. Dark and light. What are we choosing now? Are we choosing to focus on, are we in this energy? Are we in fear? Are we hiding away? Or are we gently coming back into the light, feeling into the future we want to create, stepping out in nature, planting those seeds of intention and, real seeds of life, broccoli, rocket, silver beet, beans. Both exist in our world. We can see the darkness that's around, the heavy oppression that's lurking, the dark cloud, but it's up to us, all of us, to remain in the light. Bring up our shadows, look at our shadows, heal our shadows. It's been a theme of, it's almost always the theme of my readings, but definitely prevalent over the last few days. Keep coming back in and keep shedding those layers, those shadowy dark layers. Because the more we move out of fear into love, the more we release and let go of all the fragmentation and conditioning, the more we help the collective. Because we're all one, unity consciousness. We need to find our own medicine and heal. No one's coming to save you. The government are not coming to save you. We all need to stop the victim perpetrator. We need to come into ourselves, stand on our own 2 feet, very grounded in the present moment, and ask yourself, what can I do now to take responsibility for my life and my well-being and that of my children and my children's future? What can I do today that will make a difference for my children's future? And it doesn't have to have anything to do with what is playing out in the external. or it might have everything to do with that. It might mean that you're stepping gently back into your, your lives. Going for walks in nature. Having unnecessary travel, but not putting anyone at risk. Because some of these laws just do not make sense. To me, to so many people I speak to, national parks closed, Bunnings came out open. Come on, let's get real here. I made a separate little video on this when we were in the bush this morning. Oh, you're just like, oh wow, I've got my, Netflix and my special little drink, and I've got my trackies on or my jammies, and I'm comfy in my privileged little life. I'm not going to do anything. I feel comfortable here. I feel comfortable here doing nothing about this. Laziness. Because, yesterday's reading, excuse me, talks about dropping the masks and being transparent, being true to yourself, being truthful to yourself. So if you were to come up to someone who was telepathic, you would feel fine in their presence. You're an open book, the opposite of this energy. You have nothing to hide, you have nothing to prove. Hiding away could be easier for a lot of people because they don't have to face up to truths. It's okay. Let's read laziness. Glasses. When you are lazy, it is a negative taste. You simply feel that you have no energy. You simply feel dull. You simply feel sleepy. You simply feel dead. When you're in a state of non-doing, then you are full of energy. It is a very positive taste. This is what happens a lot of the time when I'm speaking. Throat blocks, speaking truths, energetic blocks. Still always healing, there's always more healing to be done. When you're in a state of non-doing, then you are full of energy. It is a very positive taste. You have full energy overflowing, you are radiant, bubbling, vibrating, you are not sleepy, you are perfectly aware, you are not dead, you are tremendously alive. There is a possibility the mind can deceive you. It can rationalize laziness, it's non-doing. It can say, I have become a Zen master, or I believe in Tao. But you are not deceiving anybody else. You will be deceiving only yourself. So be alert. The gentleman here in this card clearly thinks he's got it made. He sits in his big, overstuffed chair, wearing his sunglasses, shaded by his umbrella, with his pink slippers and his pina colada in his hand. He doesn't have the energy to get up and do anything because he thinks it's done already. He hasn't yet turned to see the mirror cracking around him on his right, a sure sign that the place he thinks he's finally arrived is about to shatter and dissolve before his very eyes. The message this card brings is that this poolside resort is not your final destination. The journey isn't over yet. As that white bird flying into the vastness of the sky is trying to show, there's a bigger picture. Your complacency might have arisen from a real sense of achievement, but now it's time to move on. No matter how fuzzy the slippers, how tasty the pina colada, there are skies upon skies still waiting to be explored. And I'm hearing this is a loud message for people in a kind of sedated, apathetic place at home because they're comfortable, they're privileged, they've got everything they need, they're in the garden. And I'm not saying that, this is me, I'm speaking to myself as well, that it's time to actually keep coming back to the self and feeling like, what is true balance here? What is true balance in this situation? None of us have ever been in this situation before. Where's the middle ground in this? Do we just sit at home and pretend nothing's going on? Or are we aware of what's happening, staying present and visualizing the changes that we want? For me, I believe that when you're called to action, and whatever action that is, take it. Keep making those small steps to keep, just gently, it's not resistance, because it's in a place of creating what you want to create. And if you're on the right path, it should open up freely. But if you're fully resisting, so it's what you're for rather than what you're against. If you're pushing against control rather than embracing freedom or looking for freedom, we can find freedoms now. We're spiritually free. We create from our inner peace, our inner balance, our inner centeredness. That is our power. And when we're still enough, we will be called to action. But if we're too comfortable sitting on our sofa watching Netflix, we won't hear the messages. It's time to step into warrior maturity, growth. No one is coming to save you. We each need to take responsibility for ourselves and heal. And when we heal ourselves, we open up to allow for collective healing. That's all I've got for you today. I love you so much.